20?
I've got like 20 subscribers and I haven't posted shit for years.
Whatever. Hey guys, so today this came in the mail, and this is our Presto Precise digital pressure canner. We had the electric one, which I just did the other day, and now we have the digital, and this one's an actual, instead of, the other one was a water bath canner, and this is an actual pressure canner. So this is what it looks like. I'm excited to do it. I have had some chicken sitting here, and I've already pulled it out, but what I did is I have boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I went ahead and cut it up in, you know, chunk size. I have 7 quarts pints here. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take, but that's going to be my first project in this. You do get the book when it comes in, and it has a recipe guide, so I'm just following their recipe guide as well. So first thing that we need to do is go ahead, and I have the tray on the inside. This is what they sit on. It's real thin, but that's what they use. And what you want to do first is fill it to the fill line. There's a fill line right inside here, so I'm just going to fill it up to that. When you're first putting it in, what it's going to do is it's going to heat up, and it takes about 20 minutes, it says, to heat up. And during that time is when you could be processing your other stuff. I don't have anything else to process since I'm doing a raw pack on this one. Okay, so we've got our water in there. And then it says to also fill your, am I supposed to put it in right now? Okay, let's turn it on and let's see what it says, because I know it's going to tell us. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you. Right here it just says pressure can, so we're going to go ahead and push the next button. The time on pint size, it's 75 minutes. It does calculate for, or you don't have to calculate for altitude. It does everything there for you. So you hit the next button. And if you see it right here, it says insert jars. So I have my jars here. They've been steamed, cleaned. And so now we're just going to go ahead and fill them in here. It said that it'll fit 7 if I read it right. Tight squeeze. Oh yeah, we have wide mouth. Oh, dang it. That might be different. Okay, so here's your quick start guide. So let's just see. Wide mouth, it still says 7, so we're good. Oh, that's boiling water. Okay. Mason jars. Same, right there. So we're good. So we have our 7. And we're going to go ahead and line it up right here. Turn it on. This cap was on it as well, and they said take it off. So we have that taken off. We're going to go ahead and lock it in place right here. Push it down. Turn it. And we have our jars inserted, so we just say next. So if you see, it says warming. That's going to keep going, and it should be ready in about 20 minutes. Okay, so if you see right now, it says to fill jars right here. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and fill the jars. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and then I'm going to fill it with the chicken, and we'll put it back in there. So you're just going to dump out all the extra water because you didn't need that. So all this extra water that was in the jars, we're just going to go ahead and dump out. I have about 6.5 pounds of chicken here, and then I did trim off some more fat, so it might be a little bit less than that, but I'm thinking about 6 pounds goes per jar. I'm sorry, 1 pound per jar, so we're looking at maybe 6 or 7 jars. This is just considered a loose pack. Also loose. With meat, when you're doing a raw pack meat, the chicken is going to make its own moisture, so we don't have to add any extra water or brine in there. And you do want to give it a 1-inch head space. So basically, it is going to take all 7, which is good. You want to add about a half teaspoon per each pint of salt. And it's basically just for flavor. As always, you want to clean out the rims. I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty hard finding wide mouth jars right now. I have been looking and looking, and we actually just took a little road trip earlier today. We went up to the mountains up in Beulah. We went to a little shop up there. It was actually a little gas station, and they had all these jars. They're selling it like $1.59 each. We just bought the whole case. We said, yep, it's time for us to get some jars. Okay, so now we have the jars full. We're going to go ahead and load them back in here. The jars have actually cooled down because it was cold raw pack, so this is what it looked like before. And like I say, they cooled down quite a bit. I've never done this, so we're gonna try it, but it says that's how it's supposed to go. So now we're going to go ahead and put the lid back on. Aiden. Okay, so we have that on, and we're just gonna hit next. So you'll see it changed to heat, and we're just waiting. The thing that I like best is, from what I'm reading, it's going to do everything. It knew how much time I was needing. I put the 75 minutes in the beginning of it, so it's going to realize that it needs to do 75 minutes. You don't have to worry about altitude. And so what it's going to do is it's going to go up or down however it needs to make sure it stays at that correct pressure that it needs to be. So after it says heat, it's going to tell us to go ahead and put the daub on. So we'll watch for that, and then we'll get that one taken care of. So after it changes from heat, it'll change to vent. And then after vent, it'll tell us when it's time to do this. So it's going to vent for 10 minutes. Okay, so here now it's going to tell us, put the regulator on. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, I'm not going to zoom in. We're just going to go ahead and put this on right here. And it comes right here on top. How do you put it on? Okay, so you push it down and it's on can right there. Make sure it's on that. So when it's on that, then you're going to come down here. And as I put regulator cap on, we're going to hit the next button. And it's counting down. So now it's just going to count down, and it'll beep, and it'll do everything else. You'll see right here, said vent, can, vent. And then this right here, let's see if that pops up. I don't know if you could see their steam. And it's done. So now it should start counting down all the way, and it'll just beep at us, and we'll see you back in 75 minutes. So now that it's done canning and it's going to just be cooling, it says that this cooling time can take up to 6.5 hours. I'm sorry, 1.5 hours for this phase 6. So it tells you right here, we're right here on the cooling. So when it's done, it'll count down again to 10 minutes for the final cool down. I'll bring you back when that happens. Okay, so we started this, it went on about 8:20. It's still cooling. We're about 40 minutes into it right now, so I just want to show you the progress. It's still cooling. Okay, so we haven't heard it beep or anything, but I don't know if you can see this. It might be backwards to you guys. We're down to 5 minutes, so it's starting its cool down process. Right now it's 9:24. It started at 8:20, so again, it is taking right about that full hour. We're down to 4 minutes, so we'll see what happens. So this should beep for 10 times. That was 7, 8. Okay, so now it's all done. We should be good. I didn't see that thing pop back down. So up here, I haven't seen that, but when it says done, it says we should be able to, let's just say, okay, so it says when it's done, and it says it right here. Let's just go ahead and press and hold the X for 3 seconds. Here's your X. So we're gonna hold it. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Well.
Until it goes back to
Yeah.
regular.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, we could switch it right now between pressure and boil. It's done here. That has not gone down though. It says confirm the air vent cover has confirm the air vent cover lock has dropped. Unlock the sensor and remove the cover. That has not dropped. Let's see. I don't know if I should. Ooh. It's still got stuff in there. It sprayed, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit. I can't open it with it open. So we'll let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna read the book, see if there's anything, but that we'll see if that's gonna drop. Oh, okay. So as I was reading it, it says it's gonna beep the 10 times, which it did, and it said done. The lights came up. Hold the X for 3 seconds. We hold that. When you can bounce it back and forth between pressure canning and water bath, you know that it's back at the beginning. So that's where it was sitting right there. And so what we did is went ahead and unplugged it, but it says that if the air vent is up, just wait until it drops. So that's this air vent. It's still up right there. So that guy right there. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of keep watching it, and when it comes up, we will open it back up. We started this, let's see. We started this one, it was about 5 after 6. And so it was about 5 after 6 when we started this canning process. And so it's now 9:30. So it's been, what, 3.5 hours. And the nice thing is we were able to just plug it in and walk away. I don't know if you've seen the other videos that we had, and on the other videos, it was pressure canning, and it was in our All-American canner. On that one, we had it outside, and we had to keep watching it, making sure that it was staying at that 15 PSI. Let me just set that there. So we had to kind of just sit there and watch it, make sure that it was staying at that 15 PSI, and you're cranking it up, cranking it down. As a new person to canning, I mean, we've water bathed before and stuff, but as a new person to pressure canning, that's a little scary and just kind of makes you question, did I do it right? What's going on and stuff. So with this one, I feel confident. This was super easy and I wasn't afraid. I was able to do it all myself, just put it in there, take it out, do everything all myself. And so that's nice, because when the kids are at school or something, I have some free time, leftovers or anything that I pick up from the garden or the farms, I can just go ahead and throw in this, and I can feel confident in what I'm doing for our family all by myself. So I do like that option of it. I do like that it's digital, and it was super easy this way. Just plug it in and I can walk away, kind of set it and forget it. So that's one thing that I do like about this. The All-American was nice because we're going to use that more when we're doing some canning outside, which is nice because now we have the electric water bath canner, we have the electric pressure canner, and we have 2 other canners plus the Camp Chef outside, so we can do a outside fire, but excuse me. So we can kind of do an outside kitchen and have 2 canners out there, and then have 2 canners in here, especially at the end of the season when we're harvesting quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I'll bring you back when that drops and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this finally dropped down right there, the little spigot, whatever you want to call it, finally dropped. It's probably been about 15 minutes since the cooling went off and we unplugged it and everything like that. The nice thing that we realized is we've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube as to how these work when we were doing our shopping around and stuff. So there's quite a few different videos and they all show you different ways. But we realized that a lot of the videos had this in the back of the machine, so this has been kind of revised in an updated model. The nice thing though that we realized that the new feature that we see is that it has this part that comes up and down, and when it's up, it won't allow you to turn it right here. So, because it'll lock it. So that's kind of neat, you know, now I even feel safer. But so we've got it turned. Still, I'm going to turn the lid and open it away from me. Let that steam come out. All right. Let's go ahead and get these pulled out. With chicken and with raw packing the chicken, it's gonna produce its own juice, so you don't have to add the brine or anything like that. Let me get some of these out and I'll show you what it looks like. You can see it's still bubbling and boiling on the inside of there, so yeah, but it has plenty of juice in there. Looks good. Now, we haven't really ever done meat before, and you know, it's kind of different because it's like I'm not used to going down to my shelf and just seeing meat. I mean, you have tuna fish, you have canned chicken, everything like that, but I'm not used to just seeing the actual jars. And it's not the most attractive thing to go down when you have all these pickles and beets and everything else. So I'm gonna have to kind of get used to it, but it is nice because if I want to just make some kind of tossed chicken, a chicken salad, pasta with chicken in it, you're gonna crack that open, and chicken's already cooked now, and just throw it together real quickly. Chicken soup, different things like that. Well, there we have it. We did, it was, like I said, it was about 6.5 pounds of chicken. It was raw chicken breast, and I just chopped it up, and we have 7 pints there. So we have the 7 pints, got them done, and it's 10 o'clock, so it's time for me to go ahead and get in bed now. All right, take care.